Okay, this is a quickie. We went to the concert and we got rained out. It was one of those outdoor concerts. So she didn't get her opportunity to try to steal this supermodel's boyfriend. But, anyways, yeah, I can't remember the terminology she used still. But, basically, what she was alluding to is that even though he's famous and she's not, and he's good looking and she's not, he's rich and she's not. Um, she was going on the premise that we're all equal, we're all created equal. She should have just as good a chance as anybody else. And from that aspect, I would say she's pretty much correct. um, but at the same time, it doesn't really work that way. Generally speaking, people tend to migrate and connect with their own kind. Now, they may have things in common, but she's a common folk and he's a famous person. So he tends to gravitate towards other people with the same clout, if you will. Birds of a feather flock together. And, but anyways, did she have a chance? Yeah, maybe. Maybe, if she was better put together. I got to thinking about something now. In this video, I forgot to mention a couple of things. Okay, so she's below average at best, right? Below average at best. She never really was maybe a 10, but she was probably at least a 7, 8, or 9 at one time. I mean, she was very attractive, had a very attractive personality. 10, 15 years ago. But I'd say at least 10 years ago. I said in the video 15, but I should have said 10. Anyhow, she's got other issues, I forgot his name, but he's one of the red pill guys. And he basically says things like, we'll just say a woman is a 10, right? If she has, say, 2 children already, that drops her down to an 8 because they're not your children, right? So she loses 2 points right there just by having 2 kids in tow. If she's filthy, she's not very clean, she doesn't take care of herself, that would be another point or 2, but we'll just say 1, right? If they're not well put together, not organized, not on time for events, not on time for work, always late for work, things of that nature, that might be another point, right? So I'm using those points because this girl has those negative points as well. And so, like I said, she used to be hot. Now she's not, right? She used to be like 100 pounds, soaking wet, wearing a jacket. Now she's like 200 pounds. And she still thinks she's all that. She used to be. But, yeah. But now, but she has a kid. So we'll just say she's a 5 or 6. I don't know, a 5. All right? She's a 5 at best. And probably not even that. I I wouldn't date her, you know. But then again, I don't date 5s. I only date maybe 6s or better. But then again, what is average? You know? What is average? So, it's like my former friend Judas used to say the average in our area is really bad, you know? So, any woman who's halfway attractive would be above average. You know, a lot of these women put on their Dateline profiles that they're average, and you look at them and they're like, ugh, how are you average? Yeah. But maybe that is the average where they come from. I don't know. But anyhow, so I would say we'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say she's average at best. Right? So she's a 5. Right? Probably more like a 4, but let's just say she's a 5. She's got one child living at home, an adult child living at home. That makes her a 4. She's filthy. That makes her a 3. I mean, her house is disgusting. I brought her some farm fresh eggs when we went to the concert. And I went to put them in the refrigerator. Oh my God. Her kitchen, her refrigerator. I would not eat at that house. Let's put it that way. Okay? So, that drops her down to a 3. She is more on time than she used to be. She used to be late for everything. Literally. I had to show up early and help her be motivated to be on time in order for her to be on time for something. And that's a big negative. You know, one time I went to this one event and I was like, I was on time or early, and maybe I was late, I don't know, but you know, some people were there, but not everybody. Not everybody was there yet. And I go, I'm with so-and-so. I'm trying not to name names. I'm with so-and-so. Or I'm a friend of so-and-so, but she's not here yet. She's probably going to be late. And then go, yep, you know so-and-so. Because, you know, basically everybody knew she was going to be late because she was always late. And so that's how they knew that I knew her, because she's always late. And I telegraphed that she'll probably be late. And they're like, yep, you know that one right on it. So she is better about being on time, so I'll give her that one. But before, when she was more attractive, that would have cost her a point. Right? When she was living with her grandma, she was cleaner, so that would have gained her a point. However, because she was living with her grandma, that might have cost her a point. And, of course, she had the child. So, you know, she wasn't independent enough to stand on her own 2 feet. You know, we don't want strong, independent women, per se, like the feminists train them up to be. But we do want them to be strong enough and independent enough to stand on their own 2 feet. You know, it's like,
Everybody out there that don't know, that fella heading south, that was the one and only, the world famous, the world renowned, the one and only Shaggy,
okay, whatever. Anyways, so what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So my theory, my philosophy, you know, my woman, my wife, I would want her to be strong enough and independent enough to where if something happened to me, I passed away, she wouldn't be like another friend of mine where she had to have a husband in order to survive. This other friend of mine, she was a housewife most of her life, and she, after her husband just passed away not too long ago, she after her mourning phase, she got on the Datelines and thought she could find a new husband fairly quickly to replace the last one. Because she couldn't survive. She didn't know how to drive. She didn't know how to provide for herself. She just knew how to take care of the house, and that was it. And she was pretty good at that, but she doesn't know how to provide for herself. She can't provide. She's not a provider. She doesn't have any kind of provider mindset. And any man would not want to leave his wife or girlfriend in a situation like that. So, to where she's desperate to find another man to take care of her. So in that respect, yeah, we do want our women to be strong and independent, but not the feminist mindset of strong and independent. Anyway, yeah, this woman, she was not she was the feminist mindset of strong and independent, but she couldn't really take care of herself. She basically was living off of her grandma, and she was the type of woman that basically needed a guy to take care of her because she couldn't or wouldn't basically do what it took to provide and take care of herself. I think she could have, but she just was lazy and irresponsible. She's a lot more responsible now than she used to be. Oh, that's funny. This woman's hilarious. I don't think she's a feminist. I think she's more red pill, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, so going back to this girl, this 3 or whatever, this below average at best woman, friend of mine. Should I be talking about my friend like that? Perhaps not. But anyways, like I said, the situation really confused and baffled me, where she, maybe a 2 or a 3, thought she can get this, 8, 9, or 10 famous singer who has a supermodel girlfriend. And so her mindset was, well, I'm going to brainwash myself to think that I'm good enough and better than this other woman to where I have the power to steal him away from her. Yet, if the shoe was on the other foot, she would be upset about it, right? And then she had the gall to say afterwards that if he was married, that would be different. She wouldn't try to take a marriage, she wouldn't try to ruin their marriage. It's like, what's the difference between being in a relationship and being married? It's pretty much the same thing. You just don't have a piece of paper and a wedding ring, right? And this is a woman who doesn't believe in Uncle Sam having government sanctions on your marriage anyways. So it's like, she's cherry picking. It's like, okay, well, I agree with this rule as long as it doesn't apply to me. And so when it applies to me, then I agree to this other rule where there are no rules. Unless the shoe's on the other foot, then I would agree to the rule. And I'm like, you do not make any sense. That's like a hypocrite and a Pharisee. It's kind of like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the medical, psychological terminology for that is, but I call it fucked up. You're fucked up. So she's not as much of a friend anymore because I just don't understand that kind of thinking, you know. But anyways, you know, it's kind of two-faced if you ask me. But so she's, let's just say she's a 5, right? So she's got one kid, an adult child living at home. That would make her a 4. She's filthy nasty. That would make her a 3. And then she's overweight. That would make her a 2. So, and this guy, I don't know what he looks like. He might be a 7 for all I know. Maybe an 8, you know, because she's like super attracted to him. He could be an 8. You know, she says I'm a 7. But she finds this guy more attractive than me. Women usually tell guys that they're 1 or 2 points more attractive than what they really are. So that means I'm probably more like a 6. I know I'm not a 5. Wait, did she say I'm an 8? Maybe she said I was an 8. So that would make me a 7. 6 or a 7. We'll just say I'm a 6 or a 7. I know I'm not ugly. I'm above average, but I'm definitely not a Chad, okay? So, so I am above average at best. I'm a normie. I can admit it. I'm just, you know, I'm on the higher side of the normies. And, so this guy's got to be at least an 8, right? Then he's got money and status, you know, and he's a rock star. That would bump him up around the 9 or 10 mark, you know. And so then he's with this supermodel woman who's probably a good 8, 9, or 10 herself. And then depending on her personality and all this other stuff that goes with her, you know, she could be, you know, a 9 or a 10 too. So this woman who is probably a 2 or a 3 at best thinks that she can outdo a woman who is a 9 or a 10. And she, you know, this dude's in a relationship. What kind of woman tries to steal a man from another woman, but yet would be angry if the other woman tried to steal the man from her? I don't know. This doesn't make any sense. But anyways, the concert got canceled, so she was disappointed. She did talk to her psychics or some crap. I don't believe in all that stuff. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I mean, there are psychics out there, I do believe that. But I would say most of the people that say they're psychic are full of shit. That's what I have to say about that. So, maybe only 10% of the people that say they are psychic are actually psychic. And I think we all have some sort of psychic intuition, but that doesn't make us a psychic, you know. I have premonitions, I have psychic dreams and stuff, but, you know, it's like, I never know when or if they're going to come true, you know, my dreams. It's random shit. How do I know what's real and what's not, you know? So, so I'm just kind of winging it. And I think that's what a lot of psychics or people who call themselves psychics are doing. They're just winging it. They're using whatever intuition they have, and they're filling in the blanks the best that they can to make it look like there's something they're not. But anyways, her psychics, or whatever you want to call them, basically said that they're going to meet and they're not going to hit it off, but she's going to meet somebody better while they're there, or whatever. Well, they never met. And so they never had the opportunity to not hit it off. And she didn't meet anybody new except for me. I was the only one there. So, and I don't know that I'm any better or worse, because I don't even know who the hell this guy is. I don't even follow their music. I'm sure I've heard it, but I can't even remember what the name of the group is. The only thing I remember, because we made reference to it, was My Crew Is Dope. MCID. So that'll give you an idea who this guy is. But anyway, I don't know. I don't follow that crap. You know, I just listen to music because I like music. I don't know who anybody is anymore. I don't even care. And I just bought my ticket to this concert because I wanted to get out of the house, and I was like, fuck it, let's do this. So apparently there was like supposed to be 5 other bands there. You know, I was just going to do something. I didn't, like I said, I don't even know who the other bands were. So, but the whole thing got rained out. So we may go again, or I might get my refund on the ticket. I gotta wait so many days before we can get a refund. But I mean, I don't care. I'll go if they reschedule. Just to see what the outcome might be from her, whatever. But and not really that. I don't really care about that too much. But this is my Red Pill Black channel, where I would talk about things like that. Yeah. I'm probably not the best Red Pill Black content creator. But I am a Red Pill Black Pill. And I probably grew up Blue Pill because I was brainwashed by all that feminist bull crap. And then I started waking up and became more Red Pill. And then later, I ended up becoming more Black Pill. That's where I'm at now. So, me personally, I'm not even looking for a relationship anymore. I'm just waiting for my Cherry 2000. We start getting closer to creating. And since I make decent money, I thought, maybe I should track those people down and invest some money into their projects so that I can help them speed up the process so I can get my Cherry 2000 a lot sooner. But anyways, I don't know. I'm sure there's decent women out there, and I'll probably find one day that's not married or too old or too young. I do have a little bit of hope for the 4th wave feminism youth, because it appears that a lot of the younger generation is starting to wake up to all the feminist bull crap. But I don't know. We'll see.